Welcome back. Well, for the markets, it's mixed at this point in time. Mid-cap index up around 0.5%. But let's focus on one particular company which is doing well today. It's Wockhardt. That stock is up around 4.5%. The company has decided to exit the U.S. generics business entirely. And remember, that particular business has been making losses, posted a loss of around $8 million in FY25. The company's filed for voluntary liquidation under Chapter 7 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. To understand this move and what the future holds and what they will be focusing on, antibiotics as well as insulin, we have with us Dr. Khorakiwala, Habil Khorakiwala, to answer and take some of our questions. Mr. Khorakiwala, thank you very much for joining in. Well, it's quite a landmark considering that Wockhardt has now exited the US business. But does that mean that you would not be selling via even third parties in the US? There's no presence whatsoever in the US now on?
Yes, you are right. Because as far as the pharma generic is concerned, we are exiting and we will not have even the third party presence. But however, as far as our new drug is concerned or biologicals are concerned, we would be definitely there in the US market in time to come.
Okay. What would an exit, and we'll get to the biologics and the new entities a little later, but just wanted to understand that what would the new business model mean without the US now in terms of revenue as well as margins especially?
The US, as far as the revenue is concerned, it was hardly 2-3% of our revenue. So it hardly makes any impact whatsoever. As far as the margins are concerned, I think our numbers will improve because we have been incurring losses for the last several years. In fact, we lost about $8 million last year. So partly it will be made up in this year because 4-5 months we have worked. So there will be some losses, but it will not be 8 million, it will be much lower. And from next year onwards, these losses will not be there.
Okay, so when you say there will be, say, it'll be, margin accretive or it'll be positive for margins, you did around 13% in terms of margins in FY25. What do you think it can go to now that you don't have these losses to incur?
It will make a small difference of a couple of percentage margin going forward.
Mr. Khorakiwala, you had joined us earlier in the year and you did say that over the next 3 years, you expect the sales of the company to double and you were targeting 20% margins by the end of this 3 year. Are we on track for that? And with the money that you get from the US business, what happens to your balance sheet?
See, we would be on the track because we are introducing our new drugs in Indian market. And after initial first year, it would be significant margin improvement. Additionally, we would be focusing on our biogenerics, that is diabetic portfolio of insulin and newer insulins. And all this put together will certainly, we would achieve this kind of 18-20% market, margins over next few years.
Okay, 18-20% margins in the next few years. Good afternoon, sir. So also in terms of the antibiotic segment, where you have Zenic that is there as well. Now, obviously, you've given us an update that, it's there with the Indian approval. You're waiting out for that in terms of regulator. The US side is where you're planning to go for approvals as well at the second half of the year. Any opportunities in terms of out-licensing also that you're looking out for here?
See, as far as our strategy is concerned, we will be filing for the US next month in August. And we already filed in India and we hope to receive approval sometime end of the year, early next year. As far as marketing in the US is concerned and other markets are concerned, some of the markets we would be certainly looking for out-licensing, and that will depend from market to market. And some markets we may decide to do it ourselves also.
Okay. Well, Dr. Khorakiwala, I just wanted to actually narrow down upon the out-licensing opportunity because we're having this conversation at a time when Glenmark has just about closed a very big out-licensing deal for themselves. So it seems as though the market seems to be hot and there is more confidence in Indian generic companies looking at innovation as well. What is your sense in terms of how big a deal you could get for out-licensing when it comes to Zenic?
It's very difficult to comment while the discussion are going on the size of the transaction possibility. But we will be evaluating both out-licensing option in addition to doing it ourselves, because it is not a single product. Second, we have developed the product all the way and got the approval. And we have a number of products in the pipeline. So that is a decision we have not yet taken, but depending on the interest of the parties and the valuation we get, we'll take an appropriate call sometime later.
What about Zenic? You said you are expecting approvals in FY27?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
The Zenic drug, you said you are expecting some approvals by FY27.
Yeah, of course. We will definitely get approval in India. We will get approval in the US also next year. So we are filing in August and we hope to get middle of next year approval in the US also.
Okay. Approval in the US also you're expecting by the next year. Mr. Khorakiwala, what I also want to know is, over the last couple of years, obviously, you've significantly reduced the debt for the company as well. Balance sheet has become much better. Newer opportunities, what you're talking about as well, especially coming in for nifurthromycin. So I want to understand in terms of investments there, more R&D, global expansion, what more now the focus is going to be on?
See, our focus is continue to remain on drug discovery research in antibiotics. We have the largest portfolio of new drugs available amongst the research product. US FDA has given 6 of us. No other company has received more than 1 or 2. And we want to maintain research leadership as far as the antibiotic is concerned. And over a period of time, we want to build up this leadership, translating this leadership into our business leadership also over a longer period of time.
Okay. You're also looking to grow your insulin biosimilar business, Dr. Khorakiwala. This comes at a time where the entire landscape of diabetes medication is changing. So tell us what you are actually projecting in terms of revenue, sales, and even investment when it comes to insulin biosimilars.
See, in biosimilars, we have taken a strategic position of focusing on insulin and newer insulins and anti-obesity drug because it is the same kind of manufacturing and the space is the same. Our new investment in fixed asset would be marginal because we already have manufacturing facilities of API and formulation. Our research capable organization is already there and they are working on it. We have already developed a few of these molecules. So we expect that all this will fructify in coming years and we will be focusing on this in all markets.
Okay, all right, Dr. Khorakiwala. Well, thank you very much for joining in and definitely the end of a long story with Wockhardt actually exiting the US generics business finally. Thank you very much for taking the time out and speaking with us. That's Wockhardt. The stock is up around 4.5% at this point in time. We take a short break, but as we do that, here is some good news for our viewers. India's business news leader is now a click away, introducing CNBC TV18's all-new app. Get instant access to breaking news, in-depth articles and financial world updates at your fingertips. Download the CNBC TV18 app now from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, or just scan the QR code on your screen.